Hi guys, it's Intuitive 144. I am a psychic medium along with being a physical medium. I say physical medium because I can feel how someone that has passed. I can feel how they're about to pass. I can feel a lot of things. One time I was in what was Dollar Tree, and I could feel that I didn't know who it was. I didn't know if it was the people on the line, my customers or the cashier lady. Someone's son was shot because they kept showing me a gun and they kept allowing me to feel like someone was shot. All right, there are times where I'm in Starbucks, not Starbucks, honestly, but Dunkin' Donuts, and I can feel that someone next to me is a victim of abuse. It's very weird. It's very weird. It's annoying sometimes because the voices will not shut up. I have been disturbed a couple of times. This Sandra Bland, let's go. All right, if you want to book me, $20 for a picture reading, not of yourself, of somebody else that you want to be a little nosy and spy on. $50 30-minute readings and $100 hour readings. It's going up, guys. It's going up. It's going up. My prices are going up. August 1st, please take it. August 1st, I'm getting rid of the picture readings and my prices are going up. It is what it is. If that limits, it is what it is. I don't care because, hearing these fucking voices, seeing these things, feeling what I feel every day, it's a lot. I'm going to make a video on what it's like to pull information. It's not a key. Oh, you tap into Beyonce, you tap into this. No, it's a whole process. It's an energetical process and it is draining. And I have to repeat this because new subscribers are coming in every day, new viewers are coming in every day. It took me 9 days to fully tap into Nat Turner's energy. Aaliyah, 3 months. Abraham Lincoln, a fucking month just for them to give me 5 sentences. Who else? George Washington Carver, 4 days. I'm working on Tupac. It's been 5 days. I'm working on Gullah Jack, Pictured. It's been almost 2 weeks. I'm not a faker. So whenever the messages come is whenever they come. But let's get into Sandra Bland. Murdered. Do I need to say that again? Hello? This was a fucking murder. I don't care. Bitch, if you don't believe me, book me for a reading. Let's see how accurate I am for you. I say that, God, I say that humbly. Please don't take away my gifts, even though I complain. So I lay down, I close my eyes, and this is everything that I wrote down is what they told me and showed me. So a vision of a woman in a welfare. So Spirit showed me a vision of a woman in a welfare center. She's screaming, she's cursing. I can't fucking take it in here. It's fucking hot. I'm tired. Hurry the fuck up. I'm tired. So she's cursing people out because she's been in the line for too long and, she's overstimulated. But nobody cares to view it that way. They just see, an aggressive black woman. Let me say that again. She's overstimulated, but nobody cares to view it that way. They just see an aggressive black woman. This is going to be very important. They just see an aggressive black woman screaming and shouting. 5 minutes later, she's still cursing, still carrying on with the screaming and cursing and shouting. And somebody in front of her becomes aggravated and they smack the shit out of her. And then it becomes a fight. This whole situation could have been avoided if they would have just talked to the woman. Let me tell you something. There is this one teacher, I forget his name, but I will never forget. I would never forget you because you were a substitute teacher. There was this guy in my class, always wanted, this is in high school, always wanted to be a gangbanger, blah, blah, blah. And one day he was late to class. He was high as shit. Okay. My high school was a terrible fucking high school in Harlem. Let me tell y'all something. People would come to class, roll up in class. Like, it was crazy. And one day he came high as shit, but it wasn't, and I'm sorry, I'm cursing. He came high, but it wasn't just weed. You can tell it was something else. And we're all like 15, 16. So the teacher steps to him. And because I'm near, and this is gonna make a lot of sense. Please listen. And because I'm standing next to the door, I can hear their conversation. And when I'm sitting next to the door, I can hear their conversation because he's talking to him outside. He's like, "Yo, bro, what's going on at home?" And my classmate was speaking really low, so I couldn't hear. But I heard him say it was a situation between his sister being touched, and he got into a fight with his father. I couldn't hear the rest. But when he had that conversation, I didn't really pay too much attention to it on a mental, emotional level because I lacked emotional intelligence back then. But 24-year-old me now was like, you fucking go. Because my other teachers would have fucking, I keep cursing and I'm about to be monetized. What's going on? But my other teachers would have kicked him out, like called his mom, not that his mom would have answered. It's a lot of hurt kids. And the fact that my substitute teacher talked to him rather than like, yo, you 15, 16, bro, why are you on drugs? He talked to him. And I feel like my classmate really needed to get that out because he came back crying. All right. So let's go back to Sandra Bland. This whole situation could have been avoided if they would have just talked to the woman. Then the energy shifted, right? And anytime I say the energy shifted, the vision shift, the energy shifts, right? I wrote, it feels like she was always the outspoken Black woman. Let me say this again, and I'm not exaggerating. All of this is going to make sense. It feels like she was always the outspoken Black woman. I got chills because I know what it's like to be the outspoken Black woman. It feels like she was always the outspoken Black woman that was often looked at as aggressive and loud. Oh my God, I can't tell you how many times people, and there's nothing wrong with being aggressive. It's really sad that us as Black women, we have to be aggressive. We have to we have to be more masculine than feminine. It's more than the surface level. A lot of us have to be masculine because the father is not, like, it's a lot. It's a lot to it. We're not taken seriously. We're put on the back burner. People use us for clicks, views, followers, and they really don't like us. Jack Harlow, whatever the fuck his name is. You want to sit? Yeah, I'm gonna get very passionate in this video. I'm gonna get very passionate. And you want to know something? This is the only video where I add my personal 2 cents. Yes, I'm going to be calling out names. I'm going to be very passionate in this fucking video. Jack Harlow, you want to sit there and kiki and act like you like Black women? You don't really like Black women. Like, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I really can't. And he's not the only one. I'm trying to think of names as I'm ranting, and this is not even about me. But I'm gonna be adding my 2 little cents. If every Black woman, every Black person pulled out their fucking dollar, whether it's these investments, blah blah this, blah blah that, Nike this, Nike that, this fucking world would just go into fucking crumbles. But they treat us like fucking shit. I'm cursing a lot. I already know YouTube is gonna hit me up about this video, but it is what it is, man. All right. So then the vision switched. Well, that wasn't really a vision. It was more so of spirit speaking to me. Then the vision switched, and I'm like, why are they showing me Jesus Christ on a cross? Like, this is interesting. Then they said resurrection. Resurrection. Then the energy shifted. I wrote and seen a female. So yes, a female had something to do with her death. A female had something to do with Sandra's death as well. This woman is out of the country and now is in hiding. Okay. Spirit showed me a vision of a white woman on a plane with a ponytail, very skinny. Oh yeah, bitch, I'm going to describe you to the T, just in case this something comes out again. Spirit showed me a vision of a white woman with a long ponytail, even though you could cut your hair. She's skinny, blue eyes, blue hazel eyes. And she's on the plane with a mask. Not a mask like a COVID-19 mask. It's similar to the green mask in The Mask, in the movie called The Mask by Jim Carrey. Now, if you watch this movie, anytime he put on the green mask, it made him do evil things like rob a bank, you know, steal money from people, crash people's cars, okay? I don't know. Let me tell you something. Spirit, they're very symbolic. They don't speak to me how I'm speaking to you right now. They give me signs, they give me songs, they give me symbols. I have to piece it together. So I don't know what that means, but I'm just explaining it to you guys. All right, so she is now in a tropical area. Maybe Mexico. I don't know. I just see a lot of, I see sand. I see like tropicalness. I see, you know, mangoes. I just see tropicalness, okay? Then the energy shifted. And I asked Spirit, and I usually don't ask them much because I don't know, everything that I see, like everything I see is kind of like a 5-minute movie. All right, so I'm breaking this down to you guys, and you guys think I'm seeing this for 3 hours. No, it's like 5 minutes, and I have to break it down. All right, so imagine, just rub your eyes really, really harsh, really hard, and whatever colors you see, whatever you see, imagine that actually looking like this lip gloss. Like that's what I see. It's very strange. If you know, you know. If you don't, hey. But I asked Spirit, I'm like, why is this so important? Why are you telling me about the mask? You know, why are you telling me, like, did it, like, what wasn't her case dismissed? Like, not, and I'm not, like, not in an insensitive way, but why are you telling me this? Like, nobody cares about Black women. Like, why are you telling, like, majority of people don't. I'm sorry, not nobody. I'm like, why are you telling me this? Why is the mask so important? And they said, they gave me the song by Just In Case by Jaheim, and I know it goes, just in case I don't make it home tonight, let me make love to you for the last time, baby. Just in case. Just it's something about, well, all right, I'm not gonna piece it together while I'm recording. Some of y'all help me piece it together. All right, so anyways, the energy shifted again. I wrote, I believe Sandra was, this is when things started getting a little emotional for me, because as a medium, I can feel how a person, you know, has passed. I can see it too. I can smell it. I can, like, it's very weird. I can look at someone and smell like cancer in their energy, diabetes. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I can look at you, and depending on your aura, I can tell if you're going to pass away. It's crazy. It's crazy, you know. It's crazy. It's just crazy. All right. So I believe Sandra was beat. I believe Sandra was beat on before and after her death. All right. They show me a vision of her asking to go to the restroom, to go pee. And one of the officers says, "Pee on yourself, bitch." I didn't curse the entire video. Why not finish, right? But one of the officers says, "Pee on yourself, bitch." Now, I couldn't hear Sandra's response, but from her body movement, her hands, and the vision, it looked like she was cursing that person out, as she should, right? However, the person didn't like that, okay? The person did not like that. The vision switched to her, then the vision switched to her asking for food. And it feels like they purposely did not feed her. And if they fed her, you know, they would spit in her food, they would spit in her drink. So she would only eat, because they're showing me a vision of them passing her a tray of water with ice, an open cup, and I'm just making stuff, chicken and rice, and then an apple. She would only eat the apple because she knew they were spitting in her food and they were spitting in her drinks. She would eat apples, bananas, you know, stuff that obviously I would know that you know, like, you know, tried to, what is the word, tarnish, I guess I'm looking for. You know, like you can tell somebody fucked with your apple. You can tell somebody fucked with your banana. You know, you can't really tell somebody, you know, fuck with your chicken and rice because, you know. So it's like she will only eat, and what is it, enclosed foods. Guys, please forgive me. Guys, please forgive me. Please, my English is not that good. Please. And I'm taking Japanese classes, and I could barely fucking speak English. But what sense does that make, right? Anyways, so then I kept hearing her say, I can't believe this. She's just shaking her head. I can't believe this, as she's going back and forth in her cell. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. All right. Now the next page is going to be extremely detailed, but they're showing me a vision. All right. So she could have thrown up. Why does she headaches and migraines from not eating? Okay. Then that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. They try. Yo, it's so crazy because right now they're telling me, showing me an officer is going to, I don't know what they're called, a higher rank CO or manager, I don't know, but the officer that's tormenting her, spitting in her food, you know, playing with her, they're showing me him going to the manager. I don't know the names, but they're showing me. Like, why are they arguing outside? Like, I hate it here. Every day they do this. And so, focus, guys. I think I have ADHD. Focus. So they're showing me a vision of an officer. They're showing me a vision of an officer going to the manager. Oh, I think she's mentally ill. She's spiraling. No, dummy. She's fucking spiraling because of the situation she's in, dummy. But he purposely used mentally ill. He purposely used mentally ill as a way to, you know, have an excuse to actually torment her, hit her. All right, so this next page is going to be extremely detailed. If you're sensitive, trigger warning, racist warning, trigger warning. I'm letting you know now, okay? So they show me a vision of a correctional officer, and he's walking back and forth in front of her. They keep having me say cage. And it's not called a cage, it's called bars, right? It's called a cell. But they keep having me say cage. So this is they keep having me say cage, so this lets me know she felt like she was in a fucking cage. She's like an animal. All right. So a correctional officer so they show me a correctional officer walking back and forth in front of her cell and other people's cell. And they show, I'm sorry, because sometimes they be shooting. Don't shade, they be shooting. I hate that I stop in the videos. I hate this. I'm sorry, guys. My attention span is very, it's short. All right. So a correctional officer he's walking back and forth in front of her cell and other people's cell, and they're showing me his tattoo, and he has a black baby being hanged as a tattoo, but he's purposely showing the tattoo because it's like they're showing me a vision of, right now they're showing me a vision of him wearing long sleeve on this side and short sleeve on this side to let them know, hey, like, I don't like you people. All right. So then I wrote, this lets me know she was surrounded by racist ass wolves. It feels like she was in a town she had no business being in. Now, I don't know anything. Anytime I read for someone, tap into their energy, the less I know, the better. I have heard her name a few years back, right? I do know that she was stopped by the cops, and I think 2 weeks later she was found dead. That's all I know, okay? All right. So, and I did my research after I wrote everything on the paper, okay? And we're going to get into that a little bit later. So I wrote, feels like she was in a town she had no business being in. Maybe she lived in that town. I don't know. But they're showing me thousands of white racist people morphing into the KKK, having hovering over her, asking her, what are you doing here? All right. So this lets me know if someone's asking, what are you doing here? Then you're probably not from there. All right. So then the energy shifted, and I wrote, Spirit is giving me a vision of her in a cell, knowing she wouldn't make it out alive. All right. I asked Spirit, how did she die? I asked Spirit, and they usually don't answer my questions when I meditate, which is why I don't like to speak during meditation, but I'm like, how did she die? And they show me a vision of her being choked. Now, when they show me that vision of her being choked, it disturbed me. And I opened my eyes just because it kind of scared me, all right? Now, there are times where I question my gift. So this was one of the times where I questioned my gift, and I'm like, wait, how did she die? Let me go on Google right now and see how she passed. And Google says suicide. Suicide. Fallacies, lies. Them people, them lie at them. Me not trust them. Lies. They're fucking lying. They're lying. I'm getting a little angry right now. Spirit says she was choked. Like, let me tell you something. I'm not God, right? I could be wrong. I'm not wrong about this. I'm not God, but I am not wrong about this. Let me say something. Because I'm getting angry right now. Spirit says she was choked. Google says she hung herself. Okay. Spirit said she was choked. Google said she hung herself. Choke. Neck. Hung. Neck. You do the fucking math. You do the math. I'm actually really getting angry. They show me a vision of her lifeless body on the ground getting peed on. So I wrote, this is not, oh, I'm getting a little emotional. So I wrote, this is not over. I'm about to cry. So I wrote, this is not over. Spirit said, this is not over. Increased payout for the lawsuit. All right. And I'm getting emotional because I'm not having a good time. I'm like, my gift, like, I'm not really, like, with hearing them and seeing what the fuck I seen, a few days ago, that fucking giant black thing, like, I'm getting a little emotional because it's like, I live in a city where the mental health population is absurd. And I guess I'm not fully comfortable. I guess, like, I would be labeled as, schizophrenic, right? Schizophrenic. Even though, like, what the voices are telling me, it's accurate information from, and I say accurate because, my clients have told me, oh my God, how the F did you know that? They don't say, they're not really mean. They don't really say demonic shit. They, like, it's more so of, like, voices, but on the light and love side. So, and I'm still not having a good time with that. And it's like, sometimes seeing things, feeling things, it could be too much for me. And I want to talk about my personal experience being in Texas. So we're in 24 minutes. I'm going to try to hurry this up because I know y'all don't like to watch anything. Someone commented, oh my gosh, can you make your videos less than 10 minutes? This is too long. Well then, bitch, maybe it's not for you, but I'm a limited. So I'm in Texas. I think you hear the hooligans. So I'm in Texas. I was hired for Vivint. It's this home security company, and they said, book your ticket to Texas. We're going to take care of you and everything. You're going to have a partner. And my partner was a male. I was the only black person, and I was the only woman. I was the only black person. It was like a group of 7 of us. I was the only black person, and I was the only woman. I was the only woman. I was the only black person. I'm going to keep repeating it because I need you guys to understand. I was the only minority there. I was around nothing but white people. And he's Hispanic, so he would be classified as a minority. Anyways, but he passed as white though. He passed as white. So unless you knew his last name, you couldn't tell that he was of Hispanic descent. Hispanic, whatever. And I had to share a room with him. They wouldn't give me my own room because they were like, oh, if you want your own room, you got to pay for that. I'm like, yo, like, I'm here to make money, not spend money, you know. But I get it. Sometimes you got to blah, 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 right? So we're in Houston, and Houston, the city part, because Texas is huge. Houston is huge. The city part, I don't even know. I didn't even know that was the city. No shade. People say Houston is diverse. Where? Because I see nothing but white people. All right, maybe it was just the part that I was in, whatever. So I'm there for like 2 to 3 days, and I'm in a car ride with all of these men, you know, that work for the company, and they're talking about women and prostitutes, and I'm like, yo. I'm like, can y'all? I'm like, so and I've always been the loud, aggressive black woman like Sandra, right? I'm like, why are y'all talking about this in front of me? This is very disrespectful. I feel very uncomfortable. And one of the guys says, well, then you shouldn't be in the car. And I'm like, and then so one of the other white guys, he speaks up for me. He's like, yo, chill, like, just stop talking about this. So now it's time for us to pull up to the hotel. And I kind of wanted to get into an argument with the person that said, then get out the car. Because I'm like, dummy, like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, you're a dummy, you know. And it was really bothering my pride that I decided to be quiet. But I'm like, let me just, like. So now it's time for us to get out the car to enter the hotel. And none of them get out the car. It's just me. So now I think I'm FaceTiming my friend. I FaceTime my friend, and I'm standing outside the hotel because I needed the card to swipe in. So I'm waiting for, I'm gonna just say his name, Evan, I forget, I think Evan to come out of the car so he could swipe me in. Okay, why didn't I not have my own card? I don't think I brought it that day. I don't think I brought it that day. But anyways. So, let me go back a little bit. I'm missing huge parts. When I went to fucking Houston, Confederate flags every motherfucking where. Trump signs. Like I said, I was working for Vivian home security, so I would have to go and approach people's houses. There was one guy. I'm walking with Evan because he's teaching me, you know, how to. He's like, you know, training me. So he was like, we're going to go to this guy's house, the next house. I'm like, so we're kind of walking to the house, and I'm like, I don't feel comfortable walking to that person's house. The person had like about 10 Confederate flags all over his yard, all over his house. And he's in his garage, and I see about more than 50 guns. I'm from New York. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to that. Baby, I'm not used to that. First of all, the Confederate, I didn't even know, like, I knew racism existed, but damn, I did not know it. Oh my God, an eye opener, honey. So I walk into the house, and I'm like, I don't feel comfortable walking to that house. I'm gonna just stand right here. So the white male that's in the homeowner, he yells, good choice. Bitch, that scared the shit out of me. What the fuck you mean good choice? And I'm the only black. I was followed. I'm walking around people's houses because, you know, and I clearly had the Vivian home security shirt. This woman following me in her car, like following me around, just not even trying to hide it, just staring at me. And so I stop and I look at her, and something said, keep walking, don't say anything. You're in their territory. And it killed me as someone who's always wants to be, you know, outspoken, blah, 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 right? So All right, fast forward to back to me standing in front of the hotel, and I'm complaining to I'm venting to my friend. I'm like, yo, like, I don't know if this is for me. And my friend was telling me, she's like, listen, people change their minds. And my friends, oh, love them. She was saying, listen, if this is not something that you want to do, if you feel like this is not for you, people change their minds all the time. Go back home. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to give up, because I'm always giving up. I always start things and I don't finish it. So I'm like, you're right, friend, but I'm going to give it a couple of more days. Let's see. So I hang up. So we get off the phone, and now I'm just like scrolling on Instagram and TikTok, because I'm waiting for even to come out to, pass me the, give me the car so we could go in. What happened? A huge fucking Hummer, whatever kind of truck this was, pulls up, and it was this white man, bald, and I just already knew it was something just from how he was looking at me. He stares at me. He rolls down his window completely. What are you doing here? I'm looking at him like, now I'm scared. But because, I gotta like put on a shield to protect myself. I'm like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Now the sass, absolutely. What does he say to me? I forget what he says. I think he says something. I think he asks me again, like, what are you doing here? And and I answered, I'm like, I'm waiting for my friend. Oh, well, if I was you, I wouldn't be outside past 8 p.m. And he drives off. When I tell you that put everybody, 8 billion humans fear, anything a person could ever fear in life. When I tell you, I absorb everybody's fear on the fucking earth into it, and I absorbed that scared the holy shit out of me. I called my mother. You need to come home right now. You need to come home now. Let me call your aunt. No, my baby gotta get the fuck out of Texas. She's like, come home right fucking now. I'm laughing, but it's really not funny. So now I'm scared shitless. Now I woke up to the car. Blah, 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 blah. Either I need the car. So you give me the card. I take my black ass upstairs. She's like, I'm not. I almost said my real name. She's like, Intuitive, I'm not fucking playing with you. You need to come home right now. My aunt in my ear, my friends in my ear. I'm like, so now I go to American Airlines, and I'm like, I'm in a domestic violence situation. This is a life or death situation for me. I understand that you don't have tickets, but I need a ticket. They found me a motherfucking ticket the following night. So Ethan comes in. I'm pretending to key with him. He don't even know I'm about to bounce. I wait for his ass to fall asleep, and I left. I don't think Houston will ever see me again. Okay, I'm being dramatic, but to be a black woman and be somewhere you've never been by yourself, that's very scary. Racism is very fucking real. God forbid I would have cursed that lady, because in New York I probably would have cursed her out. Bitch, why are you following me for? Imagine if I would have said that. I don't know what could have happened. Imagine if I actually would have stepped on that guy's yard and he said good choice as to me not wanting to come to his door. What if he would have shot? Like, that was a scary ass experience, and I might get a lot of thumbs down for this, but black women are not protected. It's sad. They use us for clicks, views. Oh, artists come out. Oh, let me sit here and act like I love black women, but I really don't. Like, cause they just. One thing about us black women, we are gonna support you down. Well, we gonna pop out and show up for our people and for people. Period. And I don't really see. I mean, sometimes I see, us getting that. People reciprocating that energy, but for the most part, I don't. And it's really fucking disgusting. And if heaven and hell is real, may that may he go to the depths of fucking hell, and that woman too, and everybody that's associated, because you're a bystander. If you don't do anything, you're a bystander. And it's sad. And it's sad, and in Texas, it makes a lot of sense. You could get away with shit like that. It's very disgusting, very disgusting. It's very disgusting, very disgusting, very disgusting. Let me tell you something. If you from an area and you trying to move to an area where there is a lot of, and you're not really sure, please do your research. Please, I'm not trying to embed fear in you. Do your research, and please go where you are liked. Go where you are liked. Because when I was 17, I was offered a full scholarship to go to Tennessee University. I looked up the statistics, the diversity statistics. It wasn't even 1% black people. I turned that shit down. Matter of fact, I actually never even responded to them. No, not me. All right, guys. $20 for a picture reading, $50 for a 30-minute reading, and $100 for an hour. The $20 picture reading is about to go bye-bye, and my prices are about to be raised. All right, guys. Bye.